Okay, if you're blonde or silver haired and you've got those unwanted brassy yellow and orange tones, you may want to watch what happened to my bleach highlights when I used Beauty Pie's Wonder Blonde. I've got some amazing before and after photos to show you later in the video. So this is not the first time I've used a purple shampoo that promises to banish brassy tones. The first one I ever used dyed my hands bright purple. The second one I used turned freshly bleached highlights into a dull grey colour. And then the worst experience I had was one that turned my hair into a dried out frizz ball. It was not a good hair day. So I was a little nervous to try out this product, but I had seen really good reviews. So just to give you a heads up today, guys, I've got quite a lot of notes just here in front of me, so I'm sorry if I'm looking down, but there is quite a lot of technical stuff that I want to share with you guys today. The first thing I thought I would cover is, just in case you're not familiar with Beauty Pie and how it works, is just to give you a really brief overview of what the company is about. Beauty Pie describe themselves as the first luxury beauty product buyers club. Essentially, you pay a monthly membership to Beauty Pie and then you get access to a range of hair, skincare, makeup and fragrance products at a lower cost. What they've done is cut out the middleman, so they don't spend money on expensive packaging or sales and marketing budgets, and they take the product straight from factory to the consumer. So it's still luxury, high-end products, but for less. So that's a little bit about Beauty Pie, but now let's get down to business. This is what you're here for, the review of Wonder Blonde from Beauty Pie. Now, this is described as a magic wand shampoo that brings lost luminosity back to blonde and silver hair. On Beauty Pie's website, this is how they describe it: a luxe concentrated purple shampoo that brightens, moisturizes and revives delicate blonde, lightened and/or silver hair. So these days, before I introduce any product into my hair routine, I do a little bit of research first. And there are two websites that I like to use for this. The first one is Inky Decoder. With Inky Decoder, you can search for a product or copy and paste the ingredients list, and they'll give you an explanation of the ingredients, what it means, and then a breakdown of the good, the neutral, and then what they describe as icky ingredients. The only negative on Inky Decoder in terms of ingredients was sodium C14 to 16 sulfonate. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but when I looked into it, it is a cleansing agent which was described as potentially being harsh to skin. So the next website I then use is called CurlSpot. This is an ingredient analyzer which is focusing on curly and wavy hair textures and helping people to identify ingredients that you may not want to use when you've got that type of texture. So I've been pasted the ingredients list into CurlSpot, and this is what it said. They also highlighted the sodium C14 16 sulfonate, and they described it as some consider it curl friendly, others do not. They may be fine in low amounts or for clarifying. So that was interesting to me because it was kind of saying it will be okay for some people, some might find it too harsh. And then the other thing that it highlighted was benzoyl alcohol, but they were stating that actually that won't dry out your hair and it is curly hair approved. So from all of this analysis, I decided that a great way to build this into my wavy hair care routine was to use the Wonder Blonde as a clarifying wash. It's not designed for every wash day because it's a treatment shampoo, so it was a really good way to build it into my wavy hair care and just use it to clarify and hopefully at the same time eradicate those brassy orange tones that I have a tendency to get. So onto the routine. This is how I used the product. Now I filmed this over my bath. I don't normally wash my hair this way, so I hope the video doesn't look too awkward, but it was a lot easier to film over my bath than trying to have my shower doors open and spray the entire bathroom in potentially purple water. So first thing to note in the wash routine is that I use this shampoo in the absolute opposite way that I ever normally would. I do not recommend starting with the ends of your hair when you're washing. The shampoo is really designed to clean the scalp and the roots of your hair. However, because this is a treatment shampoo and it's trying to tackle brassy tones in the hair, where most of my sort of orangey yellow tones sit is where I've got the most colour, which generally is at the ends of my hair. So that's why I applied the product to the ends of my hair first. But this is not how I would normally shampoo my hair. So I applied to the ends first and then I worked up to the root. Now, the second thing I would never normally do and wouldn't recommend as part of a normal wavy hair wash routine is I actually brushed my hair while it had the shampoo in it. The reason I wanted to brush the product through was to make sure I had the most even distribution possible. I wanted to make sure that I got a really even result. I didn't want patches of orange or yellow left in places where I hadn't managed to shampoo properly. So I very, very gently brushed through the ends, then through the mid-lengths and up to the root. I was really amazed at how much slip and moisture this shampoo gave my hair. And because it had a very lovely slip to it, I was able to do this. But I would only recommend if you felt like the brush was gently going through and wasn't pulling out hair. Now, on the packaging, it says massage onto wet hair, leave for 2 to 3 minutes, then rinse well. Or if you want an ashier, more violet tone, leave on for 5 minutes before rinsing and then follow with conditioner. So I opted for 3.5 minutes. I popped it onto my Fitbit on my watch and just waited. I then thoroughly rinsed the product out of my hair. And then I decided, which I quite often do anyway, is to do a second shampoo with a sulfate-free. I opted for Monday Hair Care, their volume shampoo. Now I know this gets really mixed reviews on social media. I happen to absolutely love it for my type 2 sort of B wavy hair. I've never had any issues with hair loss from it. It just leaves my hair feeling clean and I definitely get some extra volume. So I love the product. I used that as a second rinse and obviously started at the root like I normally would and really massaged it in and then rinsed thoroughly. So after using the second sulfate-free shampoo, I then conditioned as normal with my much beloved Aldi Lacura soy protein conditioner. I then rinsed that out as I normally would, and because again I'm wavy haired, I used the squish to condition method to make sure that I was locking in moisture into the hair. Now I'm not going to go into loads of details now about the actual routine I used to style my hair because this video is about the Wonder Blonde product and I'm sure you all just want to see the before and after photos. Now although I'm opting to use this as a clarifying shampoo, I didn't actually follow my whole clarifying routine and I do plan to film that, so if this content is interesting for you and you're really into hair care and particularly wavy hair care, then please hit that subscribe button and you'll be notified about when new content such as my clarifying wash routine is available. And so now onto the best bit, and that's the results. These before and after photos, I tried my absolute best to get the conditions almost identical, so they were only taken about an hour and a half apart. I literally took the before photos, did the wash, styled as normal. If you're a wavy hair person, you know that that can take a while, particularly the drying process. But yeah, about an hour and a half probably later, in the same window, natural daylight, conditions were really similar. So hopefully it's a really honest, clear representation of the change. I was honestly amazed at how good this purple shampoo was. As I mentioned, I've used ones in the past which have either stained my hands, my hair, or just left it a frizzy, awful mess. But my hair still feels really super soft. The colour is bright and clean. It's what I'm always trying to achieve. And I felt like, yes, it had affected and lifted out all of the brassy tones, but even my natural colour, the sort of mousy blonde, I guess you'd call it, just also felt really refreshed and clean. I was honestly completely amazed. Didn't stain anything. I got it all over my white bathtub and it all just washed away. It didn't stain my skin, my hands, and it was just a pleasure to use. So yeah, I would absolutely recommend this to anyone who's trying to get rid of those brassy tones in your blonde or silver hair. Definitely amazing product, great price. I didn't mention actually, it's only £12 and it's 300ml. and I didn't have to use a lot, and I don't think I'm going to have to use it very often, so I think this bottle will last me quite some time, so really good value for money. I hope this review was useful for you. I'll leave a link to the Beauty Pie website and the Wonder Blonde product, just in case you're feeling inspired to try it yourselves. If your hair goals are to grow healthier, stronger hair, then check out the video I've linked here. It's my 8 top tips for growing healthy hair. And if you would like to see how I create my waves and curls, then check out this other video, which is my wash day routine, which includes my styling process. If you haven't hit that like button already, but you enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you'd give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more hair and beauty content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.